The scope here is not small. The potential you have to take your ideas and have them considered in broader context, and then expand those ideas, rethink the way you approach whatever subject you're studying, and have that blown up to a really a worldwide perspective, is just something you can't get at every university, but you can get it here. And that's enough to come across an ocean and study, just to change the way you see the world.
When you walk through campus, there's so many languages around you, and so many different styles, and so many different voices and appearances, and everyone just blends in together, and it's really a really nice mix. It's really got a community feel to it.
You'll meet people from countries you may not have heard of before you came here. Just a variety of people studying things, like subjects that you've never considered at an advanced level.
There's such a diversity of activities and occupations and ideas all across campus and beyond, that it's a really inspiring environment.
Everyone is an expert in their field. They're willing to engage with you on research outside of class. If you're really interested in something, they will look it over even if they're not your tutor. I mean, it's really a kind of a community.
It didn't really feel like there was a barrier between us. So we were students and they were teaching us, but they weren't really teaching us. They were sharing their experience and their knowledge.
Coming here, you not only see that there's another way to look at things, politically or socially, but you also see there are lots of different ways to look at things.
The diversity of modules, that was what struck me the most at the beginning of my course. There's such a diversity of themes, but also lecturers from different backgrounds. They're all excellent researchers and they really communicate their enthusiasm.
You walk up the high street and everything has a student discount, student night, student this, student that. So it's designed for students in a big way. Get off the high street. Go to places like Brown's Coffee House on Water Lane, which there's nothing about students there. But there are still some great things you can find.
If you'd rather have something different than just central town, you can go out a bit further, and there's all sorts of nice little villages around that you can cycle to. There's an easy bus trip. You can go to the beach, and then there's sailing there, and there's all sorts of things you can do.
The proximity to London and the continent is a huge plus. I mean, you can get on a train to Ashford in 20 minutes and you're on the Eurostar if you want to be in Paris or Brussels, and that's great. After a year here, I got to know some of the programs here, and I was encouraged to apply for an MA in creative writing after they saw some of my work. I went through the interview process, then I got a scholarship which waived my tuition. The School of English actually topped up the scholarship to the international rate, so I'm not paying any tuition, which is nice. And I wouldn't have been able to do it otherwise.
Next year I'm doing a year in industry, so that's part of my degree. I'd like to communicate my enthusiasm for the environment through art.
I will be writing in tandem with my teaching. That's the plan.